This too must be spun in one night, and if you accomplish it, you shall be my wife. For he thought, although she is but a miller's daughter, I am not likely to find any one richer in the whole world. As soon as the girl was left alone, the little man appeared for the third time and said, "What will you give me if I spin the straw for you this time?" "I have nothing left to give," answered the girl. "Then you must promise me the first child you have after you are queen," said the little man. "But who knows whether that will happen?" thought the girl, but as she did not know what else to do in her necessity, she promised the little man what he desired, upon which he began to spin until all the straw was gold. And when in the morning the king came and found all done according to his wish, he caused the wedding to be held at once, and the miller's pretty daughter became a queen. In a year's time she brought a fine child into the world, and thought no more of the little man. But one day he came suddenly into her room and said, "Now give me what you promised me." The queen was terrified greatly, and offered the little man all the riches of the kingdom if he would only leave the child. But the little man said, "No, I would rather have something living than all the treasures of the world." Then the queen began to lament and to weep, so that the little man had pity upon her. "I will give you 3 days," said he, "and if at the end of that time you cannot tell my name, you must give up the child to me." Then the queen spent the whole night in thinking over all the names that she had ever heard, and sent a messenger through the land to ask far and wide for all the names that could be found. And when the little man came next day, beginning with Caspar, Melchior, Balthazar, she repeated all she knew, and went through the whole list. But after each the little man said, "That is not my name." The second day the queen sent to inquire of all the neighbors what the servants were called, and told the little man all the most unusual and singular names, saying, "Perhaps you are called roast ribs, or sheep shanks, or spindle shanks." But he answered nothing but, "That is not my name." The third day the messenger came back again and said, "I have not been able to find one single new name, and as I passed through the woods I came to a high hill, and near it was found a little house, and before the house burned a fire, and round the fire danced a comical little man, and he hopped on one leg and cried, 'Today do I bake, tomorrow I brew, the day after that the queen's child comes in, and oh, I am glad that nobody knew that the name I am called is Rumpelstiltskin.' You cannot think how pleased the queen was to hear that name, and soon afterwards, when the little man walked in and said, 'Now, Mrs. Queen, what is my name?' she said at first, 'Are you called Jack?' 'No,' he answered. 'Are you called Harry?' she asked again. 'No,' answered he. And then she said, 'Then perhaps your name is Rumpelstiltskin.' 'The devil told you that! The devil told you that!' cried the little man, and in his anger he stamped with his right foot so hard that it went into the ground above his knee. Then he seized his left foot with both his hands in such a fury that he split in two, and there was an end of him.